happened, it started way back in high school when I was a dancer and I got dropped on my head quite a few times. And so I remember getting tendonitis, and then I'd have knee problems, and it was just all kinds of aches and pains I was getting. And then I was okay, and then after I had my first child, my hip started to hurt. And then I had my second child, and it got worse. And then by the time I had my third child, I could barely walk, and I couldn't even carry my little infant. And I thought, I can't live like this. This is not what I was imagining as a mother. And so I started looking around for someone who could help me. And so I went to a couple different chiropractors, and they would adjust my hip, and within a day go back. And I stuck with it, and I kept trying, but nothing was helping. So I decided to look around again, and then I called you guys, and I said, I'm looking for someone who can fix me, not just temporarily. I want to heal permanently. And they said, well, I think that we have something that can help you. And so they explained their method, which was totally different. It's a different philosophy where they go to your neck and adjust the top vertebrae so that your head is straight, which makes sense since I got dropped on my head so many times. And then I remember after I got my very first adjustment, just my whole body went click, 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 all the way down, and it went back to where it was supposed to be. And it took some time for my body, my muscles, to get used to this new position, because it's been 20 years that I've been in that awkward position. But as time has gone on, my body has healed. I've really gotten better, and so I can pick up my children, I can run, I feel like I'm 20 years younger again, and it's just been the greatest thing that has happened in my life. It took me a while before I started taking my children, but I had a daughter who was sick a lot, like constantly. I even skipped her doctor's appointments because I couldn't get her her shots because she was sick all the time. And so I decided to give this a try for my children to see what would happen. And I noticed that she stopped getting sick. And so every time my kids are sick, I'll bring them in and they'll get adjusted, and then they'll get better so quickly. I usually can tell if they're out of adjustment because they get sick. And so it's just, the other thing that I like is that my children fall all the time. They fall down the stairs, they fall off the jungle gym, off the slide, you name it, they fall, and they always land on their head. And it just brings me back to, they're gonna have all these aches and pains as they get older because I know they're out of adjustment. And so it just brings me so much comfort knowing that I can help them now so that in the future they will have a healthy, strong body as they get older. This is the greatest thing in my life, and if I think it's for everyone who has not fallen on their head, and as a child or as some kind of trauma or bump that happened to your head. And it's just amazing how that one thing can fix your whole body and change your whole life so that you don't have pain and you don't have aches. We don't have to live that way. And so yes, I would recommend it to everybody.